я на кожний раз новим. Я не зайнятий номер готелю, пахне я на кожний раз новим. Очі єйні, я кольору темби. Очі!
too. Oh, okay, it's working finally. So, welcome to the stream and Happy New Year, I think. And now it doesn't see my game. Take that one. Yeah, okay. Should be okay, and I'm totally looking unprepared for the stream right now. Well, anyway, Happy New Year, I think. And this is like, okay, this is the third stream, and today, together with playing some interesting and new, well, some not new, some mostly new maps. I also plan to play all this on playtest. Probably it won't be a very good idea, maybe, because there are quite a lack of players around for the playdaws for the playtest. So yeah, you can tell me everything about how the audio quality is, how the video quality is. Oh, and by the way, about the video quality, I'm also testing the Full HD stream now instead of just HD like I did previously. Previously, I thought that it would be a problem uh, for the CPU, maybe. And overall, I saw that it doesn't really add a lot from HD, but could also strain the CPU and strain the bandwidth all around. So I didn't use that, but one guy asked this on YouTube comments, and I thought about this again, and I thought that I would just give it a go. So now it should be allowed for you to watch it in Full HD. So it's okay, or if it's not, and then just say about it. So I'm on the playtest, and anyone wants to join me playing, or maybe even on sound, just for me to uh, not be alone. So I can do this alone, but no problem. More likely, I will be needing some players for the games. So for now, I'm running the playtest, as you can see, and some some words about the playtest if no one is, if anyone you is not familiar with the changes. So probably the single one. Oh wait, it's actually an interesting. Kazu, you're playing best of 5 in 1 hour against Circake, right? So what we can do actually, maybe. Okay, I can switch to the usual game for you to play warm-ups. Just run some maps, only if it were not usual maps, but like maps I pick. So if it's okay, you can tell me. And probably I can even switch to streaming that best of 5, actually. No one is around, and I don't think there is anyone around else to stream that. And if they go fast enough, or if they if I have enough strengths to do that, I will switch back to playtesting and the regular stream I'm running. Okay, so about the playtest features. So first feature everyone probably have seen already is that there is no global chat now. So if you leave the game like this, you'll see a long list of servers and no global chat here. And that's the second thing that goes to that instead of global chat, there is now a list of players on the right on each server. So for now there is a problem with updates for when you enter and leave server, so it just has my name on it while I'm not there now. But if I refresh, yes, that is something. And also when you look on the servers, you can use over tooltip and see player names. So overall, well, surely global chat will be missed by some people, but anyway, it was heavily under-moderated, and it basically became like a trash can where there's a lot of swearing, a lot of capped words all around, and not much sense for that to be used. Like seldomly people use it for advertising their games, which was mainly the reason for the global chat there. But it did more harm than good. So it was decided that global chat will go, and a new server work will be implemented instead. Also, I heard that, if I remember it correctly, pt1 said that he also plans some kind of advertising thing, like you can somehow highlight info on your stream or something. Like when you need players. I don't know how it will be done, when it will be done, but let's just say there are rumors about that. So, that's this. Then, speaking about Red Alert, you probably heard about Smithy's playtest, and in this official playtest, a lot of things made or introduced by Smithy are in. So mainly light tank now does slightly more damage to what? Yeah, versus buildings, and it reloads slightly faster. Mix are buffed by HP and do 15% more heavy armor damage. Then pillboxes are nerfed like they supposed to be in the 10-14 release, but weren't because they have like 6 weapons and only one of them was properly fixed and 5 others were not. Also, minimum range of artillery and rocket launcher were nerfed. Were increased 5 cells. So this makes one interesting thing that scoutilleries are now prone to be killed by infantry. because artillery, if I remembered correctly, has like something like 4 cell range, and now it has 5 cell minimum range. Um, okay, it has 4 cell vision and 5 cell minimum range. So when it approaches anything, it doesn't see it and doesn't fire onto it. So that's that. You if you used scouting artists previously, just don't do it now. And for the probably last interesting balance change, GPS has become now purely visual. So if previously your units could auto-target enemies under shroud just using the GPS dots, now they couldn't. Now they can't because it's just there for you to see, but and you can point units to attack dots manually by control clicking, but units won't do it on automatically. Uh, Pretty much that's mostly all the changes that are that's that are on the surface. So there was a lot of work done in the background. For example, all HP and all damages were multiplied by 100 to make for less rounding errors. This actually introduced some interesting bugs, uh, like for example, negative cell value of some buildings, because the way selling works, it is now it's calculated from the HP, and because of HP multiplied by 100, it got overflowed to negative values, which is actually hilarious. And of course, it will be fixed next playtest or next release, whichever is coming. So, and about the playtest, not much a lot changed there. That's not much else that can be mentioned. One small thing, nice one that I was keen to see is separate hotkeys for the statistics UI for spectators and watching replays. So now instead of pressing F1 to open the stats and switching between tabs, you can use several hotkeys. F1 to F4 are mapped, and ecograph is not mapped by default, but I've just set it to F5 because halved play speed in replays is not used by anyone, I think. So now you will have easier time switching between those tabs, because you can just use hotkey and then use escape to exit the window. So problem is there is not a lot of layers, like I said. And probably thing will be to release. So I will what I will do, I will what? I'm trying to set up several windows at once, but somehow I've copied the source and it copied. Yes, it copied as a reference. I can't pass it as a duplicate. Okay, I will to create it manually then again. Okay. And so if anyone joins to test, oh, it's wonky, but it works. If anyone joins me on playtest, probably I will switch to that window. So far, I'll probably just run it on release because no one sadly wants to play playtest. Well, if at least one person joins playtest, I can just jump in and play that game. Interesting things that I've enabled. I don't know why, but I've enabled relay. Oh. Right. So what am I? Okay, I'm on release. Okay, as backend is around, I will play backend's map. I hate this feature. So maybe we will have some game to run in background, and I will I will think about it or think about something else. Hopefully we'll at least have a game here. Right. I'm willing to go, and Blackened willing to spectate his map. And we have the Rain guy having some interesting name, which is not actually a terrain one. And this one might be Ule, especially on full surf. So we are live.
Battle control initialized.
Probably I have my sound a bit. Yeah, so this is a map by Second, and it was his weird idea to have quite a small map without ridges, without cliffs, without pretty much a lot of blockers on the way, but actually having quite a lot of mines, I would say, because 7 mines per player, and also some decent amount of ore on it, which makes this map kinda interesting. Yeah, this move, when we discussed this map was immediately seen either to this ore patch or here. So Vedas decided to go on the right. And we'll see how that plays out, and we also see that Internet Cat doesn't do the so-called gatekeeper move. Well, yeah, even earlier, because gatekeeper move is usually happening on after building War Factory, and here it's viable even earlier. Internet Cat decided to build second ore refinery, and okay, yes, I forgot about it. So what he'll probably have a bit better eco, which we don't actually see because first on one or but yeah, he shoots. Actually, this is interesting. But as already transferred, he is MCV again on the left, and this move was probably which Kazu was talking about, only made it later. So now Vedas is be late on War Factory, but actually it's not that bad because it's only 9 seconds behind. Well, actually, this map looks like it be prone to base pushing, maybe? Like internet cat moving somewhere here, by the way. Second time CV. So, it's certainly maximum 2 MCV map because there is not much around that you would like to place your MCV. And we'll see how this plays up. Yeah, Eskimo's idea about demo trucks running around. I don't know. Maybe if you build one, you can run it around if you wish. Maybe med tanks though, or dogs. Dogs running around would be interesting. It's just they should be made tractable ones, so it'd be very sad to kill dogs running around the tracks. Also, it's not fair. Dogs. So what's going on the game? We already can see that Goddess was not good on his power. And now he's not disabling his radar dome either, so he's still on low power and building advanced power plants for a hell lot of time. And now he's also having second, actually, engineer by internet cat, almost capturing his refinery. Because first one died somewhere here, coming from the bottom. And Veres is heavily floating because he doesn't build from barracks, barely builds something from on light tanks on his war factory. I don't know why he needs rangers. Overall, this game looks like it could be played a bit better. At least we'll see some kills now. I hope it's not Chinooks, because this is probably the last map you would want to play Chinooks on, because it's so open. And that guy actually goes for some eco, and the turret is nice, but they both floating quite a bit and do not produce a lot. So this looks even. Artists came in quite to the time. And actually both of players are England, which implies both of players are allies. And you know what? I have one player on the playtest, which is adding to not quite a spectacular game around on this one. Maybe I would like to. I would like to switch to playtest now. Okay, that guy left. A shame. But anyway, if anyone wants to join playtest, give me a sign. I want to stream some playtest, but that implies you have at least 2 players. Now, Dan, if I'm pronouncing it right, no, it's not playtest yet, but I'm running it in parallel, seeking for players. Like Moses said, create the game and they will come, but they didn't. At least it's GG now. I don't know why, because this guy has quite a lot still to play. I don't know why he needs mechanic or so. Okay. Anyways, it was the first GG, second one. It's a bit tough to comment on a game where not much is happening around. But I hope we'll have a bit more entertainment games in near future. For now, bottom guy obliterates top guy with hides. And San, there will be a playtest game if there will be playtest players. I would like to stream a playtest game, but I can't when there are 0 players playing playtest. I can drop in bots if you want, but I don't think you will. Actually, what am I streaming around? One? I need this one. Yeah, so now you see what I'm listening to. I wonder actually if you hear that, because it's probably like 2 times quieter than my voice and something around game voice. Well, I would say bots play better on this map. I haven't tried them on this map, but I'm sure. So I hope Blackened will be glad to play playtest now, and maybe Eskimo. Kaza won't, I think, because he has a game soon. Yeah, that's what I have here. Oh, Aberrat, we have Aberrat, 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 let's play. Yeah, and now Aberrat joins and he's on trackpad. Typical, typical playtest streaming. It's out. No, I don't know. I don't want to watch this. You want to watch this? I think you don't. So let's switch. Again. Oh yeah. Go. Playtest. And Aberrat on the trackpad. If anyone wants to win against Aberrat on trackpad, please join multiplayer array 5. Multiplayer array 5. Anyone? And some rah 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 in the background. Nice sound. Looks like it's me. Need to be playing playtest now. And actually, I don't want to play myself because when I'm 3 minutes, hard to. Ah, okay, we have Yunana. I hope. Oh, not Yunana. Yunana. We have Yunana in chat, but we have Ule. I think. Any weird name from Sweden is usually Bullet. Yes, Kemo. I don't know how this map looks like, but you've asked me to check this, and I will. So, if it looks not like you want it, or maybe if you actually wanted it to look like shit, then it's as it is. Anyway, I will have other interest maps around, and I actually even have my map, a new one. Just don't see where have I put it on. I will need 1 minute to check it up. Okay, then Tabarat. maybe blackened. And who wins this game between blackened and... Ah, no, it's not Eskimo. So never mind. Okay, we have a game. I think. So fun, and we actually playing on playtest now.
Battle control initialized.
Everything I was saying, you can now see it. So first thing you can see is this one. So now it's very easy, at least switch between the tabs. It's not like that hack UI that Sourcecard made in the Observer version, but it's still better than the original. Future, I'm planning to look into this stuff and maybe work on how it goes. Maybe thinking about how to implement better UI around, at least for array. Because what I've seen is that UI is implemented differently in every mod. And actually, for example, in PD it is displayed in the center of the screen, and for array it's on the left side. Well, anyways, let's check it. So how's Sabara doing on trackpad? He's doing quite okay. You can say that. I don't know why. Ah, okay, he's second refinery. He has built a shitload of infantry and nothing really to use that infantry for, because there are no capturable points around. So I would say this map heavily implies early tech, because you can get away on early tech because of the spawn distance, and no one... Well, maybe this one will work, and it could, because infantry is here and grenadier came here. Oh, actually, I forgot about one other thing that I didn't mention about changes in playtest. And if you see that, I will say about it a second later. Grenadiers now have small explosion, but 100% chance for that explosion. So what it actually does is that your precious grenadier force doesn't explode the whole infantry squad around when it's present. It surely harms them, but they don't die in ridiculous numbers. Like, and you can't kill 10 grenadiers in one go anymore, I think. So maybe grenadiers will be used much more frequently now, because they're just well, maybe not, because infantry is still better against infantry. Grenadiers take too small damage against anything but buildings, and you still need to reach buildings with infantry, which is not an easy thing to do when you have enemy army or static defenses in a way. So we'll see how it goes. And what I was saying about this map, well, two empty corners. In this way, I won't say it's too bad, because here like a back passage is created, so empty corner doesn't play against it. It's like a square corner something. But yeah, I don't like empty, completely empty corners with no stuff going on because they just look dull. When you see, oh, abroad detecting TV funding and has his own. Bit too late, but okay. Given that he had some troubles with. About those corners, I don't like when there is a lot of empty stuff going around. Like here, it's okay to have empty space because it's you see it's desert, and there deserts don't have much decorations around, and neither does the tile set in array. But if you have, for example, temperate map, leaving corners empty, just imagine that this cliff wouldn't be here. It would have looked quite differently with that corner. And it would have looked like something is missing, you know? Well, speaking shortly, I don't like empty corners. And but when you have half of the screen showing nothing, it's surely a way to add something to the map. So about this map again, overall it looks like array loads of fun. Yeah, array loads of fun. And there are 3 heavy tanks killing pretty much a lot of infantry, or rather preventing your infantry from dying from enemy infantry, which worked marvelously. Especially noticing that Aberrat is like on 1 APM. Well, actually, APM looks good now because someone mentioned that there are problems with APM counting now. I don't know about array, but in PD, players had like 1 or 2 APM, which is ridiculous. But here it's not the case. We just see that Aberrat is on track path. So Aberrat had a nice back army here. He surely lost his expansion left, but he still has something to retaliate. Well, he does have enemy army on his front, which doesn't help him, but it is as it is. You can't do much without a proper mouse. So let's root for Aberrat here, help him morally to overcome that complication. It doesn't work. GG. Well, what can I say about that map? It does look a lot like Shadowfen 2 in a way, especially if you are checking the expansions, which are far away from each other, and there are 2 of them per player. And it's quite open one, which makes it looking a lot like Sirocco, I think. Oh wow. Oh no, it's just bots. I hope someone 12 players playing in the game, but they are just not players, AIs. Okay. So actually I have another blackened map. And we already played each other on this map. And it was streamed by me. I actually won that match against Blackened, but I had some advantage because of him being drunk. So that's that. But that map has its interesting points. I would say that it looks a lot like minor pressure probably, or maybe like tandem even in the layout because of its asymmetric nature on the left and on the right. Well, maybe more like minor pressure. Yeah, and actually, if I remembered correctly, Schatten unter See translated as old man and this. By late. Oh, okay. Ernest Hemingway, of course. Wonder who of those players is actually Schatten. Ah, right. It's not an old man in this. Well, my German quite poor. Actually, Shadow and the Lake. Not not Old Man in the Sea. Uh, it happens. Green Guy's version even better than mine. Okay, so I actually need uh, 1 minute break. Oh, right. So we have actually the Pass of the Hidden Master in 10 minutes, which kinda makes me switching back to the release, and I need also to enable the 3-minute delay. So um, I think what I will do is follows. I will end up this stream, enable the delay, restart the stream for the Rago match, stream that, and if I still have time later on, I will get back to streaming some maps. But surely there are not a lot of playtest players to run the playtest, so maybe it's for the good. So see you soon in several minutes then.